Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, you can see it. It's a mess. I am a mess here in my kitchen nook area and behind me, but no worries because we're about to bring in the fabulous Christmas English touches into this kitchen nook area. I'm doing a little bit of updating here as time moves along. It just allows for me to just get a little bit more creative in my rooms and add a little bit more layering. And that's what I plan on doing and sharing in today's video. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so here's the whole mess of things going on. I did put up a kitchen nook video last Christmas as well. So if you want to take a look at that, you'll see for those of you that are new, you will see the big changes here in the nook area this Christmas. So I have these large panels. They were a Christmas gift from my husband a few years back. And I had them up here, but I decided I really wanted to lower them. So we just put these hooks. I do have these in my Amazon storefront. I will try to remember to link them, and they're fabulous because sometimes when we hang things, it's just off like about a half an inch or sometimes an inch. These hooks just allow you to unscrew this bolt, not having to make a new hole, and it's perfect. Okay, so I have the panels up. Love them. It brings a nice warmth into this area. I did try to do some cafe curtains some time back, but because of the mini blinds, it just really wasn't working for me. So I just left things as they are here, just the blinds everywhere. But if I owned the home, definitely it would be much different, these windows. Okay, so in front of the wood panels, I decided to add in my tall metal candle towers that were purchased several years back from Pier 1. I certainly miss them, especially during the holidays, because they always had the most beautiful decor, especially for tabletops. So I went ahead and added in a couple of my French clay pots. Now, yes, they are candle towers, but I like to decorate things a little bit differently from time to time, and this is one of those times. I will be placing in something other than a candle, and it will have to do with greenery because this little nook area gets the perfect amount of sun to have just a small little, like, little patio type of greenery look going on. But before we get to that, I wanted to share my antique ironstone Minton plates. They were a Facebook Marketplace find. And they just go wonderfully with the panels, the towers. I just love adding in the English blue and whites into the home. These wires down here, I will do my best to hide those for now. But again, so the word I was looking for was like a sunroom effect. I am just going to make this little room kind of a sunroom as well. So you can see with the plates up on the right, what a difference. Okay, just layering, bringing those layers in, just really bring a beautiful depth into a room, and always visual interest. Keep those eyes moving, left, right, up and down. So again, you can see the difference because the left, I don't have the plates up there yet. And again, they were a Facebook Marketplace find. I never tire of decorating with these ironstones. They are from the 1600s, and so I'm making sure to take very good care of them. And then down here on my table, I have some Swedish ivy. I used to have this in my sunroom when I lived in Virginia, and now I'm going to bring them into my kitchen nook area, and they will stay here as long as we are here. And I just believe that bringing in more greenery will just, as you can see, help warm up this room. So I placed Swedish ivy to the left and right. I made sure to put something under the blue and white pot because I wanted it to peek out just a little bit from the clay pot that is inside of these towers. Blue and white and the clay pottery look so beautiful together. So I kept, these towers, they were in my living room area back behind the sofa. And some of you said those need to move. And yes, I agreed, but I just had to figure out where they were going to move to. I haven't been doing so much purchasing as of late. I'm trying to work with what I have and even trim down on some of the items that I do own. I have been selling them and gifting them, and it's working out nicely. So we're going to get to cleaning up the table. On the back table, that long sofa type table, that was a Facebook Marketplace find. I have my vintage little tea caddy there. It can go up on the wall. I just decided to use it, and it was a Facebook Marketplace find, of course. I decided to use it on my sofa table, and then I have a lamp, and I do have a video out there where I made this lampshade with some really sweet blue and white ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And then to the right, I have my ivy, and look how it has grown. I've just let it go wild because I knew around Christmas time I was going to wrap things up. So I'm glad that I can share this process with you all today. And again, if you have not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe to the Little Blue Fly. Make sure if you enjoy this video to give a thumbs up. If the hype shows up, I would love that as well. And for those of you that are new, welcome to the Little Blue Fly, and we are having wonderful Christmas adventures at the moment. Okay, so a little sideways now down below the table. This is where we like to put our games. I have to get busy and add more games in here. I haven't been good about that at all. We've just been pulling them out of a box and putting them back in a box, but I plan on getting a few more in this basket because we like to play games here. Now to work. As you can see, I wrapped a little bit up at top, and then whatever is left over, I just like to tuck it in. Just tuck it right into the rest of the ivy because it's going to keep growing, and it will peek out and say, here I am, and I'll get it and just continue to wrap it around this form. Now I shared these forms back in the spring when I placed them in this blue and white vessel, and they did sell out. I'm hoping that they come back this spring, and if they do, I will make sure to list them and go and purchase them as soon as you can because they sell out. And it's just a wonderful cone-shaped form that you can wrap your ivy around, and it could be real or faux. But as you can see, I'm going to keep wrapping it around, and as the months go by, more ivy is going to grow, and I will just keep wrapping it around. So it's like I pull it around and then I tuck it under to try to hold the branch in place. Then I have a few of these pieces down here, and I will wrap it around and just keep working on each section. So for the most part, I like to have a little bit of ivy coming down up front, but for right now, I just used it all to wrap up as much as I can on this metal form. So again, I will take a look again and see if maybe, some might have made their way in. And as you can see, that little ivy branch is poking out up at top. Perfectly fine. It will keep growing in this sweet, sunny kitchen nook area. So pulling back a little, you can see that you can still see the wires, but that's okay. I did add one of my martini tables. I have to go to the tree in the front of the house in the reading room and grab the other martini table out of the tree. So I plan on making some changes to the tree up front. Of course I am. But anyhow, I really needed these tables in here because they don't take up too much space, and I want to keep moving along with the greenery for the sunroom type effect. We're going to take a moment and have fun with some little mini trees. I purchased these from Lowe's. Unfortunately, they didn't come back with them again this year. I don't understand what's going on. It's mind-boggling. You buy something one year and then the next year they decide, oh, we don't want to keep that anymore. And they do something new, which is fine. It's fun, but it just makes it hard for when I share it with you all. I just don't like coming out and saying, unfortunately, I don't have a link. That's the downside to things. But they do have other trees there. So I placed one in the back on the table. And this one, I have this vintage, it's antique box from a sewing machine that I just flipped upside down. And I will be placing this tree on top. Because again, it's all about layering, but I'm making sure that nothing will block our path from being able to get in and out of our chairs. We don't want to be bumping into things. I'm fine with it. My family just isn't. So, okay, so I placed the tree down on this antique sewing box. And I have this clay pot that, again, was gifted. It was a Christmas present from my husband. I have two of them. I did share a link before. I would have to go and try to find this again because I believe they are still in production. They are kind of pricey. I'm not even going to lie, but sometimes we purchase things that are investments, and this definitely was one because you can't go out there, at least not here in the States, and find these. And if you do find them, they are very hard to come by. So I placed them to the left and right, in front of the towers, next to the sofa table. Again, it's just nice and it's nicely tucked away. No one will be bumping into anything or complaining, why so much? And I just have my little cozy greenery kitchen nook going on here. I decided to place in my ivies. I've had these for a few years now. So I just thought, the ivy coming out of this pot, hanging down the front, and eventually I'm sure they'll make it over to the towers, just offered the perfect look that I'm looking for. And then just having this vintage tea caddy here. It's just everything. A wonderful English look and feel going on here in the Nook. So I spoke about, if you are a lamp lover, you just don't have to have one, but cluster them together. And that is what I did here. I have this blue and white lamp that I don't remember. It was a Facebook Marketplace find. I know they came over to the States a few years ago. It was her mother's, and we had to purchase a special adapter because it's not US. So now it works perfectly, and so I have 2 lamps, and for the other source of light, I decided to use my little creamer with a candle inside. So cluster those lights if you love them. So now we're going into the evening. You can see here, and I have my Edison lights on in the back. And now my table, sweet table that I painted several years ago, is clean, and I can have fun decorating it. It gives the perfect whimsical touch in any room that it's placed in. It was a labor of love. Yes, I hand painted it all, and I just adore this piece. And so we are going to decorate on it now. I decided to use my stand from Ballard Designs. It comes in a brass and also a silver, which is beautiful during Christmas time. But I just have the brass one, and it's nice and open where, you can look at each other. During this Christmas season, we're so much not going to make this our gaming table. We do have fold-out tables that we will be using, but this is more so for just like a little cozy bite-to-eat tea during Christmas and winter time. I like to switch things up around the house. Okay, so I put, one of my wicker chairs over to the left. It was purchased a few years back from Home Goods. And now to add in this sweet English teapot. There are a few pieces to this, but now having this out in the open, I know that I will continue on collecting. I love collections of things, and I try my best to keep on, but it's kind of hard if it gets tucked away. Sort of out of sight, out of mind type of thing. But here is the stamping, made in England. And I love the English look. I truly adore it. French country as well. But the English, just sort of, just such a homey feel. So I have the teapot down below, and it works beautifully. Mix those blue and whites together. They go well together. So I also have the sugar, and the pattern going around is wonderful. You're just getting the old English look and feel from this. At least I am. I'll put maybe sugars in here, or I could put chocolate chips to scoop it down, or maybe little peppermint pieces for hot cocoa, because this can also be for hot chocolate, not just tea. And here I have the creamer. Again, with tea, we could put cream in there, or we could even put like a creamy mixture of Nutella. Okay, we're getting dangerous. And we can pour that into our hot chocolate. And here is the print on the opposite side. But so, teapots and creamers and sugars, you can also use it for the hot cocoa during the cooler months, not just teas. And I'm sure we will have a few hot cocoa parties. I'm positive. So we have the teapot and the sugar and the creamer. And now, when you have hot cocoa or tea, you want a sweet, like a little sweetie, right? As me and my mother and my friend Darlene say, a little snick snack. So anyhow, it's called Hearts and Flowers. I love to share the stamping on the back of my collectibles, just in case some of you might want to go out and find the pattern to work with in your homes. So those are just like little, bread and butter plates, perfect for a couple cookies, or if you want to be healthy, you can have a few fruits and vegetables here, some cheeses and some salamis for the protein eaters. And it's just a really perfect size dish or plate. So I decided to place them underneath the sugar container. And as you can see, I flipped that around to share a different pattern. So two are displaying the man and woman, and the other is just pretty much the floral design with the heart. And then up at top, I placed another Swedish ivy. So now all of it is in play. These are the only three that I have from the home that we were living in Virginia. And now to add in some more of just the old English look and feel and tastes. So we have some wild lingonberry for those of you that have not tried this before. Fabulous. I like it with everything, with turkey, with chicken. I even use it with my meats, or if you're having toast, you spread some nice butter on there. You can put some lingonberry, and look at the vessel. Even afterwards, when it's gone, it's so sweet. So I'll share a link for that. And I'm hoping that they still have them, because I would really love to purchase a couple more, because very rarely do you get the round shaped, the glass form. So I don't know why. Well, I know why, because it was $15 and I didn't want to 15 and 15 start adding up, right? So I thought, be good, Bev, just because I was I'm very proud of myself. I was very minimal this year in purchasing. Okay, so I have this gold tray, placemat, and I purchased these a few years back from Merrifield Garden in Virginia. I will share the stamp on the back. They have drastically gone up in price. What was this? $34.99. Well, they're not that way anymore. I think for 4 of them now, it's almost like $200. I mean, inflation is so real right now. We're really going up. So I just have 2 of them. I was really tempted to buy 4 more, but I just did not want to spend that money right now. But we have the gold going on and the wonderful stand. Just the perfect place to just have tea and a sweetie anytime throughout the day. But, okay, so that lingonberry sauce that you see up on the top shelf, it started a whole new idea. I mean, I was not even planning on doing this, but here we have it. I have one of my European sandwich trays that I purchased last year. They did come over from Germany, so because again, it's hard to find these items here in the States. But here is the stamping on the back for those of you that might want to go on an adventure for some sandwich trays. And again, you can blame that lingonberry sauce up at top for where I'm going now. Because I have the tea going on in the little plates, I thought, well, let's just keep bringing in the blue and white touches here in the Nook area. So I placed a couple down at the bottom. It's nice for, we'll place it here on the placemat. I'm sure I'll have a video And you can put like a small sandwich that you put together, or a little bowl of soup, some vegetables or cheeses or crackers. Again, just whatever you're feeling for. I have this, another creamer. I love working with these creamers. I can never have enough. I don't have enough. I need more. Sweet little blue and white pattern on it. And I decided that this was needed here on the table because we'll be working with the lingonberry. So I'm going to need a nice little jam spoon, or two. How about that? In the creamer. And they're just nice to have when you want to scoop out a little bit of that sweetie and place it on your toast. And how perfect is this sweet little creamer to display it all. So now it's just the perfect setting now to sit down here and enjoy morning. This is my favorite room. Well, I would have to say morning and afternoon because of the light that comes through. So I have these tall candle stands, Facebook Marketplace find, vintage from Bombay. And we're staying with the blue and white. And so I have my small little candle over there with the lamps. That's perfect for in the morning when you want the soft lighting taking place. You know, in those, the morning hours are so special. And these larger ones, I will be placing some ribbed white candles in them. They are more so for the evening. And they look so great flanking the stand here. And so here, these candles are by root. I will make sure to try to get as much as I can linked for you all, but they just will go perfectly inside of these Bombay candle holders, again, that I will be lighting during the evening time. In the morning, I just want it soft and delicate with the little creamer and the candle that's over on the table. So I went ahead and added in the other chair. Now, if someone might want to come in and join the party, no worries. We will scoot those candlesticks to the side and just welcome whoever wants to come in. Okay, so I have these larger pillows, very soft, like a velvety type of feel to them. They have been discontinued. They were from Pottery Barn. And I decided, yes, they are larger. But how I use my pillows, I don't lean up against them. I place them down on the chair and I sit on them. So they are feather filled. So when you sit on these large pillows, it's like puffy on the tushy. How about that? And it's very cozy during the winter months, and to have this soft feather that sort of just cuddles around your thighs when you're sitting down in a chair. I would love to have a couple throws that I could maybe hang off the back of these chairs going through the winter season. But here we have it so far. The Christmas changes, the wonderful English vibes going on with a nice pine scented. This is a Fraser fir scent. This is one of those candles you get what you pay for. I will make sure to link it, but if you want that strong scent, here you have it right here. I hope you all enjoyed this so much. Please think about giving it a like, share it across the platform so people can find the little blue fly. And I will be back with more Christmas decorating soon.